Shrink in the house here. Well, I've been contemplating and I've been thinking a lot about the situation here with YouTube and that. And, it's a sad day today. It's a sad day because for me, after I, went to Thailand and you just felt that total spiritual connection, inside and with the land and the people and just no materialism, nothing going on inside. And then getting back to work, my job is very spiritual, working with the plants. And, I just thought, what, I don't think it's a good idea to continue with YouTube or these kind of social media, just that life. It's just not a life. It's not a spiritual way of life for me. I'll continue to enjoy hi-fi, listening to music mainly, guys. I mean, for me, the hi-fi, as I've always said before, my story about recovery and that stuff, coming up to 20 years. All hi-fi did was basically take the place of the drugs for me. So I just think that, just because you're not putting something into your body that's toxic, there's just so many ways to live a life that's just, it can be stressful, it can be costly. And I don't know, YouTube's just not for me, The juice just definitely not worth the squeeze, even knowing that it's never going to be a living or anything for me. It just takes up too much energy. I find myself, and like I say, I'm just a flea here, thinking about it constantly. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to bring to YouTube today or the next couple of days that hopefully get some kind of traction? Well, I think it'll just be easier without having it at all, And I feel bad for all the, I have kind of cut my own niche when it comes to hi-fi out. I've cut my own little niche out on YouTube, which is really difficult. I mean, people call me the Shrink, and that's kind of cool. Hey Shrink, how you doing? And people have supported the channel financially and stuff. And, I feel like a criminal if I'm just going to pack up and leave. But I got to look out for myself. And, I just don't really need any of it, I don't even watch YouTube. I don't watch, other creators. It's just, there's too much of the same thing going on. But yeah, it's a real tough go, man. I tell you. And I've tried to be very respectful on the channel. Sure, there's been some clickbait, but never have I really come on and criticized anybody for what they're doing. It's just, you got to do what you got to do to try to get some people to watch your content. So, I mean, I'm coming up to 56 here, 56 years of age, coming up April 12th. I'm an Aries. Happy birthday to all you Aries people out there. And I need to go on to the next chapter of my life. And the channel will remain up there, but there's just not going to be any new content. I just need to focus on other things, just some internal work that I want to do and address. And YouTube's not helping in that way, so. Well, guys, I guess you know what day it is. It's April 1st. You might as well ignore everything I just said because it was one big joke. Surely you didn't think I was going to quit, did you? I'm not a quitter. That's why I'm 20 years clean and sober. I don't quit anything. I'm resilient. I'm going to keep on going. I got lots of content coming. Lots of people. I'm trying to invite the big wigs of YouTube. We'll just see if they're gonna oblige. You got to think about it, guys, that life should be about helping others. You got to look at yourself and say, hey, I was where Shrink was one day. I had 100 subs, I had 200 subs, I had 1,000 subs. Well, I'm trying to get the guys to come on to the live chats to just give me an hour of their time and help out another creator, right? It's not, I don't invite everybody. I'm very particular on who I want to come on the channel. So hopefully these people oblige and realize, hey, this is about giving back and helping others. I was where he was one day. So why not give back and help others, right? So yeah, anyways, I just thought I'd do a little prank video here, guys. It's April 1st. Hopefully you've pranked somebody today. Yeah. You know, listening to music's a beautiful thing when you don't sit and analyze your system and think, oh, I need to upgrade, I need to upgrade. The word upgrade is a very dangerous word because I've done it myself. I've spent double the money and not got the result I was after. That is the complexity of hi-fi. So just be very careful, think it through, you know, get second and third opinions. Don't listen to what's said in the magazines, on YouTube, because you don't know. You just don't know how it's going to perform when it gets into your room. That's why I say it. Get on that used market. Learn it. Use it as a tool. Because it's just way too expensive, man. I know people that are in debt because of this thing. You know, people may think that hi-fi is just all fun and games. It's not. It's not. It can cause a lot of torment, a lot of stress, a lot of financial arrears, a lot of stuff. So there's a way to avoid that, and that's what my channel's about. It's to try to help others not be compulsive, think their choices through, you know, beware the new kid on the block. It hasn't even proven itself in the marketplace or in people's hearts or anything. So, you know, anyways, hopefully you guys find this video a little bit humorous. No, don't worry, the shrink's not going nowhere. Doing my usual Friday night lives and pumping out the odd videos that I think are important. I mean, I wanted to show a record collection. Like who? No one else is doing that. It's all about the shiny bling, the next component on the block. I just say big deal to all that stuff. Who cares? You know, who cares? There's so many great boutique builders out there that people don't even really know about. You know, it takes years in this hobby to really stumble across these builders. And they're out there. I mean, I love Angela Gilbert Young. She may be getting more popular now because of all their YouTube videos, but just a great mad doctor. That's what I call it. And the stuff sounds amazing. I'm a huge fan of the Blue Circle, which was, you know, the prior company. He's a brilliant engineer, but you guys, you know, there's a lot of geniuses out there, and they don't need to have that big name, right? But there's a way, you know, security, audio security, meaning you're buying things that in case you want to move one day, you can easily do that. And that's where the bigger brands come into play. Are they going to give you a connection with the music? That's another story, right? That's for you to determine. But it hasn't been my findings. Those have not been my findings. Most of those big wig components have done nothing for me when it comes to an emotional engagement with the music. So there you go. Happy April Fools. Thanks for the super thanks, guys. And like and subscribe. Cheers.